This is my number 3 tip for staying youthful. You want to maintain a healthy weight for your height and age. And we know that as we get older, our weight is going to go up. However, we don't want our weight to just spiral out of control because, again, that leads to lifestyle diseases that we can avoid. We have the power to avoid those. Now, for example, I'm giving you an example from my life. Recently, I had that bout with spondylolisthesis for over 3.5 months. And during that time, I gained 10 pounds, 10 or 11 pounds, okay? And that's just a no for me. I have to get that off immediately because I don't want my weight to continue to climb. In my case, as my weight gets higher, I get prone to pre-diabetes. Does that happen to you? I always get my full blood panel so I know where I am at any given time. So right now I have fasted for 5 days straight with water and tea only. And right now I'm going to go into alternate day fasting where I fast one day, eat one day, fast one day, eat one day, up until February 14th. And by that time, I'm going to get back down to my normal weight between 148 and 150 pounds. And I'm letting you guys be my witnesses right now and also my accountability partners. And I'll let you know on February 14th where my weight is because I don't play around with it, okay? I got to keep my blood pressure down, my blood sugar down, and my stress levels down. And being at the right weight helps me do that. Another thing that I want to remind you about is we have to give ourselves a little grace. Back when I was a 21-year-old model, I weighed between 120 and 126 pounds. Finally, I got up to 126 to 130, okay? But that was 100 years ago. Right now, I'm 64 years old, and what is a good weight for me, according to the weight charts, are between, I believe it is 130 and 160. So 150 is right there in the sweet spot for me. So you have to take into account your age, take into account your height. Find out where you should be in order to maintain a healthy weight. The other thing that I do is to eat a whole foods plant-based diet. And I have been, doing a whole lot of cheating while I was sick because the pain was so great that I was just trying to do something, anything to feel better. Of course, that didn't make me feel better, but I did it anyway. And that's one of the ways that I gained weight. Also, I wasn't able to exercise at my full capacity and stamina as I normally would. So a whole food plant-based diet is based on fruits, vegetables, whole grains, whole seeds. You don't want to eat food that's processed to death. You don't want to have an overabundance of oil. You can have a little. And see, you want to have the foods that are going to give you the most nutritional bang for the buck, in other words. Now, whole food plant-based is plant-based. It doesn't mean that you can't have some fish or chicken or whatever every once in a while. For me, I've had to have a little bit more of that because my B12 levels tend to go down when I don't eat any meat whatsoever. I definitely don't eat beef, pork, lamb, anything like that. I will stick to chicken, fish, shrimp, and those kind of meats. But basically being whole food plant-based for me has been the way to go. If you're going some other way, put it down in the comments. We want to share everything because this is a helpful video for everyone. So I would recommend this. And I'm also going to recommend a movie that I first watched when I got into this lifestyle. And it has stood me pretty much in good stead. I got into this movie and you could see it on Netflix and I believe you can see it here on YouTube. It's called Forks Over Knives. And in this movie, they talk about the whole food plant-based lifestyle, all the scientific research behind it and where this came from, basically. And the star of the show is Dr. T. Colin Campbell. And also they have a book Forks Over Knives, where you can learn about the whole food plant-based lifestyle. There are hundreds of recipes and how you can apply that to your lifestyle. Now, some people just won't give up meat, and that's your prerogative. However, if that's the case, I would just encourage you to just eat more fruits and vegetables and just cut down on the meat, dairy products, like eggs, milk, butter, those things, we want to cut down on those, okay? So get those books, look at that movie. You will not regret doing so, I guarantee.